Okay, so today's topic is women's health and hormones. So oftentimes we think about women's health and hormones being just what are we struggling with our menstrual cycles, what are we struggling with perimenopause, menopausal times, all of that. But there's so much more that goes into hormone health and how our body utilizes hormones to create a balance of health and wellness. So, first and foremost, take a little bit of time and jot down how you feel like your monthly cycle is. On a scale of 1 to 10, no unwanted symptoms, 10 is out of control symptoms. If peri or postmenopause, how are your symptoms? And then are there areas of hormone balance that are difficult for you? Hyper or hypothyroidism, adrenal fatigue, difficulty losing weight, mood swings, trouble sleeping, infertility, poor memory, and type 2 diabetes. All of those things may be part of your hormonal imbalance. So I'll have you take a few minutes to figure out which of these categories you might be struggling with. You don't have to share with us your scale of 1 to 10, but think about it there. And let me know if there's anything specific that you are personally feeling that you're struggling with that you would like to make sure that we address today.
Well, you want to hear now? Yeah, because I think like I told you when I first came on is the sleep issues that I'm sure are related, and then like night sweats.
Yep, for sure.
Julie, is there anything for irregularity?
Yeah. Anything else?
Have you heard, this is somehow related to my hormones, and I know I have hypothyroidism, so I take thyroid medication, but my body, like if I'm not eating like every 4 or 5 hours, it's like my body just like slowly shuts down. Like I get really cold, my hands and feet get really cold. It's like my body can't regulate its temperature. My mom is the same way, and so is my grandma.
Interesting.
Also with that, like irritable and crabby because you haven't had food,
Yeah.
or moody
Like that
because
sugar,
you're unbalanced. Yeah.
both of you are having a blood sugar balance issue. So that can be with the pancreas and how it is operating or not operating optimally, and that is definitely part of how our body's hormones are working, or maybe not working very well.
Not working.
Not working. So, like I said, oftentimes we think about hormones as just the female reproductive system, right? So, our ovaries, fallopian tubes, uterus, cervix, external genitalia, and breasts work closely with other systems, especially our endocrine system. So, the ovaries secrete estrogen and progesterone, which are crucial for fertility, but also play a key role in women's emotional and physical health. So, nutrition and hydration directly impact the production of these hormones. So, some products that you can utilize to help with some of the hormonal imbalances. Clary Calm is a fabulous, fabulous essential oil that was created very specifically for hormonal balance. Now, this is great for helping to find some regularity. One of the things about essential oils is that they can create a very quick, rapid response. And when utilized daily, can be really good at keeping your body going. However, if you are not giving yourself enough daily rituals, positive daily rituals, including eating right, sleeping right, exercise, moving the body. All of those things, even the oils themselves, are not going to have the right foundation to do the job that we're hiring them to do. So the oils are great, and they're great at helping to balance out certain things. One of the things that I love is how adaptogenic these essential oils are. So if you are feeling like you are struggling with maybe heavy periods or super irregular periods, these essential oils, you can utilize the same essential oil to help balance out both issues. So Clary Calm is a fabulous one. A couple of the ways that I like to use it is right on the inner ankle. The inner ankle just below that ankle bone in Chinese medicine is down in that kidney meridian, and that is very helpful in balancing out some of your feminine hormonal issues. Okay. So you can use Clary Calm on the inner ankle. I personally love this oil. I love the aroma. I know you love the aroma, Janelle. But I like to use this one as a daily deodorant. So for me personally, I love the smell of it. I love how utilizing it daily helps me to feel well balanced. But you can use it for that hormone balancing, for heavy periods, PMS, cramps, hot flashes, mood swings. A couple of other ideas. If you are struggling with the feeling of cramps, some of the things that have been really helpful, especially for like my kids, are using something like Past Tense. Past Tense is a blend that was created for helping with the tension, headaches, and whatnot that we might be feeling. And the uterus, when it's cramping, it's going through those same kind of tension struggles, right? So utilizing something like Past Tense over the lower abdomen can be really, really beneficial for that. Deep Blue Rub can also be really beneficial. As far as internal consumption, one of the things that a really good friend of mine has found really helped with heavy menstruation and menstrual pain is taking a drop of Melissa oil on the roof of her mouth every day. She was doing it for mental clarity and realized that that was helping her menstrual cycle to not be so vibrantly pissed off. So where else was I going? I had one more thing to state on that. Don't remember. Will come back to me. Rose. Rose oil is a phenomenal oil for your hormonal balance. It's great for your emotional balance. It can help to boost the libido. It can promote openness and confidence. You can apply it to your lower abdomen for relief of menstrual discomfort. And you can promote regular ovulation with it. So this would be a good one, Beth, for some of your irregularity. Again, on the lower abdomen, you can put it on your inner ankle points for, again, those Chinese medicine areas. Another great thing about Rose is that it is really, really fabulous for skin irritations, skin cuts, scrapes, fine lines and wrinkles. So utilizing this in your facial regime in the morning, as we know, what goes on us goes in us. So by applying this on your face in the morning, it can also help with balancing some of those other issues. Some of the other oils that I personally really enjoy utilizing in the morning to help with my own hormones and beauty regime. I love, love, love to use Clary Sage. I'm finding as I am getting older, I'm drawn to more of these hormonal balancing oils. Now, when you think about how different essential oil families tend to work to do multiple things, you'll notice there's a common theme among our hormone balancing oils, and a lot of the florals have some phenomenal hormone balancing properties to them. So if you prefer jasmine over rose, reach for jasmine. If you prefer neroli over jasmine, reach for neroli. If you're familiar with our Precious Petals promotion for Mother's Day, it has all of them in it. So it's got the rose, the jasmine, the neroli, magnolia, and the blue lotus. So some really great opportunities there. One other product, oil product, that I wanted to talk about before I move on is Whisper. So Whisper is an oil blend that was created specifically as a women's perfume. They wanted to find something that was beautiful and worked with your pheromones, and they came up with this absolutely beautiful blend. But what they found is that its side effect is that it was helping to balance hormones. So women were starting to feel better with its daily usage. So again, when we think about how can we do our body the best good, we really need to look at our foundation of health. Now, if you are struggling with hormonal imbalances, we need to take a look at what you're eating, when you're eating, how you're sleeping. Are you sleeping enough? Are you running ragged, right? Are you burning the candle at both ends? Are you stressed out mentally and physically, right? And so part of what are you eating and when are you eating, we like to take a look at making sure that you're getting enough dark green leafy vegetables. One of the fabulous ways that you can help boost your own metabolic function is by starting your day off with a green smoothie. So a green smoothie, putting some lemon in there or lime, dropping a couple of drops of essential oil, maybe some cinnamon. Cinnamon helps to get that pancreas moving, so it can start to boost your metabolic system right away in the morning. Drinking plenty of water throughout your day, and then making sure that you're getting enough fruits and vegetables. So oftentimes we struggle. I think it's recommended 12 servings of fruits and vegetables a day, which is not always easy, right? And so having a very clean, clear supplementation as an opportunity to balance that out can be really helpful. So I love our Lifelong Vitality vitamins. I find that this in and of itself has a tremendous amount of vitamins and minerals that allow me to feel more energy, more vibrancy. They allow me to sleep better and to have less pain. So the antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties in here are really, really powerful. And they've got some essential oils packed on in. So you're getting some of your essential oils along with the nutrition and good fats. So two of our other products regarding women's health and hormones is we have a daily or a phytoestrogen complex. So this is a natural form of estrogen-like therapy. Now this is not estrogen, okay? It's not an estrogen replacement, but what it does is it helps to balance not only a deficiency, but also an excess of harmful estrogen metabolites, okay? So often we have in our environment, we have some bad estrogen or some false estrogen called xenoestrogens. And we get that from air pollution, water pollution, canned foods, other forms of bad estrogen. So that comes into our environment, all right? And what happens is we only have a certain amount of estrogen receptor sites in our body. And that xenoestrogen comes and gloms on, and then it gives false information to the body, to the cells. So what the phytoestrogen does is it goes in and cleans off those estrogen receptor sites and allows them to be more attractive and attracting to the good estrogen, the good phytoestrogen that our body is creating and that we get from the good foods and fruits and vegetables that we eat. Make sense? So the phytoestrogen by itself can really be balancing and beneficial to helping with some of those unwanted symptoms that we may find with our menstrual cycle, with our peri and postmenopause issues. So the phytoestrogen can be used for females ranging from teenagers through menopause if needed. Okay. Now the bone nutrient is the other component that is in our women's kit. This is bioavailable nutrition for both men and women. Great for bone integrity, strength, and overall health. So this has vitamin C, vitamin D, biotin, calcium, magnesium, zinc, copper, manganese, and boron in it. Okay. So some of the other things that we know to be true in regards to bones.
Question.
Yeah.
The bone nutrient, is that, does it have animal products in it?
I don't think so. I might have to get back to you. I don't think so. But I will, I'll help you check it out.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Are you vegan, vegetarian?
No, but I don't do beef or pork.
Okay.
So, yeah, I try to stay away from it.
Yeah, I will check it out for you.
Thank you.
Oh, I was just going to say, as we know, weightlifting, right, is super important, especially as women, to get some of that bone density building structures into our body. So as we age, our needs for exercise are shifting and changing, right? So as women, we may find ourselves needing more short bursts of exercise, 30 minutes, hardcore, move your body, get your heart rate up, exercise with a little strength training thrown in there, as opposed to possibly a super long run. I know that you love to run, Andy. But, you know, and honestly, we all know our bodies far better than anyone else. So if what you're doing is working for you, awesome. If it's not, find ways to shift it up a little bit. You know, if you've been going for runs, you know, running for an hour a day and it's not doing what you're wanting it to do, find ways to shift up your exercise and go for more of those short bursts. I think Tabata is what it's called, that gives you some really great short bursts of exercise that can help your metabolism continue to work throughout your day, even after your exercise is over. So let's talk about some of the other components in our hormonal world. So in our endocrine system, we've got our thyroid, our liver, our adrenals, our pancreas. All of these things are part of our endocrine system and can really affect how our body is handling life stresses. So our endocrine system is directly involved in growth and development, metabolism, nutrient regulation, and overall homeostasis. So the system of glands that produce and send hormones to targeted organs and tissues via the circulatory system. And essential oils can be very beneficial since they're circulated in the same way and profoundly benefit the cells they encounter in the process. So caring for your liver can be one of the ways that we can really help to balance out our endocrine system. Healthy liver function is the underpinning of hormone balance. So drinking a lot of water, starting your day first and foremost with a nice warm cup of water with some lemon juice, lemon oil, both thrown in that. I like to do lemon oil, lemon juice, and a drop of cinnamon. And taking that internally, the water will really start to warm up and get your digestive system moving. Throughout the day, you can continue drinking water, plenty of water with Slim and Sassy oil or lemon oil or grapefruit or orange or whatever citrus that you enjoy. Citrus oils are fabulous at helping to cleanse our liver and get our body system regulating itself. And then Zendocrine soft gel can be really great to help support the cleansing factor of our liver. Zendocrine is a blend that has, I believe, juniper and geranium, grapefruit, and cilantro in it that is really great at supporting that liver function. Now,
Are those four supposed to be ones that are in particular, like they help the thyroid? It looks like clove, myrrh, frankincense, and lemongrass.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So clove, myrrh, frankincense, and lemongrass are all fabulous for the thyroid. I've got a fun little thyroid blend here as well. Of course, I didn't put it up there, but I will pull it up and send it over. One of my favorite books that I have been utilizing and following is this woman. Her name is Dr. Marisa Snyder. And she wrote this book, The Essential Oils Hormone Solution. And this book, if you are interested in finding some like daily regimes, some great dietary and self-care rituals, this is a really great book to follow along with. And she's got some great online resources as well. But she's got some fun little blends to help support your hormone balance. So one of them, thyroid support. 5 drops of frankincense, 5 drops of clove, 5 drops of lemongrass, 5 drops of myrrh, and then 6 to 8 drops of lavender. And you can put all of that in a roller bottle and then roll it over your thyroid and the bottoms of your feet twice a day. Back to liver. So
Can you repeat those?
5 drops of frankincense, 5 drops of clove, 5 drops of lemongrass, 5 drops of myrrh, and 6 to 8 drops of lavender.
So everything's 5 drops except for lavender.
Correct.
And you put that in a roller? Thank you.
And then there's another rollerball blend here for loving your liver. And since we're talking about the liver, that is 5 drops geranium, 5 drops frankincense, 3 drops grapefruit, 3 drops ginger, and 2 drops rosemary. All right, so thinking about your pancreas. So our pancreas is responsible for our healthy insulin levels. And if we're struggling with cravings, if we're struggling with weight loss, we're struggling with that sort of thing, focusing on supporting your pancreas can be really helpful. So 1 to 3 Slim and Sassy soft gels daily can be helpful in supporting your metabolism and regulating blood sugar and releasing excess water. So I know that a couple of you had blood sugar issues regarding how your body seems to crash in the middle of the day if you're not eating properly. So obviously eating food is important, but making sure that our food is continuing to nourish us throughout the day is just as equally important, right? So supporting your pancreas could be a really, really great way to do that. Slim and Sassy is a blend of grapefruit, lemon, cinnamon. There's a couple of other oils in there. I apologize for not having it directly at my fingertips. But if you are not, oh, it's got peppermint and ginger in it. That's what it is. If you're not a fan of the flavor of it, the soft gels can be a really great way to get that in your body. If you are a fan of the flavor of it, this is the oil that got me off of soda. So I used to have to drink a can of soda every day at lunch. It was kind of my requirement to enjoy my food, which is kind of silly.
Really?
I know, right? So
As a previous trainer, I'm appalled.
I know. So,
That's right. Cover your eyes.
but you know, it was my body's natural way of fulfilling the sugar craving that I felt I needed.
I had a client, she would show up with a diet, was it like Diet Pepsi? Diet Pepsi in the morning, because we do like 9 or 10 a.m. training sessions in the pool. Like every morning she's drinking diet soda. I'm like, are you kidding me, lady? Like you can't bring that with you.
No. Well, and you know, people get into routines and they get
Yeah.
into what feels good to them, and then they think about that it's what their body needs, and it takes some time to break those habits, those rituals,
Yeah, it does.
right? So finding new rituals in your day can be really helpful. So if you are one that enjoys a diet soda or a full sugar soda or what have you, finding a new routine and a new ritual can be really helpful. For me, I needed that full flavor in my day. I needed it in my water because I didn't like the taste of water. You know, I think you'll come across a lot of people that don't like the taste of water because it's boring or whatever, right? Jenny, you look like you're giggling over there in the corner. So, adding something like an essential oil to your water can make it really, really enjoyable to start drinking water again. And then your body will really start to crave the hydration. So for me, the flavor, the absolute punch in the mouth that is from our Slim and Sassy, I loved that. The peppermint, the ginger, the cinnamon, the grapefruit, and the lemon, all of those were such a giant punch in the mouth, but it was a beautiful one, and it was just enough of that flavor burst that allowed me to really start to appreciate and enjoy water. Now, one of the things that you might find helpful, if you like the what Slim and Sassy does for you, but find yourself maybe not wanting to carry your bottle with you or finding something in the middle of your day, is we actually have a Slim and Sassy gum that is a really easy way to get that essential oil into your body, balance out your blood sugar levels. I've got a girlfriend of mine that really struggles with this midday crash. And she finds that when she carries the Slim and Sassy gum with her, she can pop it in her mouth and it can get her through until her next meal without feeling that energy crash. My kids actually use the Slim and Sassy gum, not so much for weight loss, but for anxiety. So they both have some anxious stress that they deal with. And the art of chewing seems to help with their anxiety. The ginger seems to calm, the ginger and the peppermint calm down their stomachs. So oftentimes with them, their anxiety settles in the stomach. So that's another way that you can utilize our Slim and Sassy products. So back to health and wellness and women's hormones. Caring for your adrenals can be really, really important. So our adrenals sit on top of our kidneys. And when we are burning the candle at both ends, when we're overly stressed, our adrenals are constantly sending out adrenaline into the body, right? We were created beautifully to send out adrenaline when we needed to run away from a tiger, right? However, in this day and age, there's no tigers out there. we have a different type of stress, right? We often have the stress that we put on ourselves for not doing enough, for not being fast enough, for not being good enough, for not being enough, right? Or we have stress that our bosses put on us, or stress that traffic we typically struggle in, not so much anymore, but we struggle in traffic. All of that can send that adrenaline pumping through your body, but not in the short bursts that it's used to or that it's created for, but it's like this heightened slow trickle that is just constantly continuing in your world. And that may be why you're struggling with sleep. Because instead of having that giant burst and then allowing you to come back to normal, you are kind of maintaining this heightened awareness, but not ever finding that proper homeostasis. So how can we treat our adrenals? First and foremost, exercise is a phenomenal way to help nourish the adrenals when it's done and then allowing you to relax. Okay, so again, getting that heightened burst and allowing you to relax is really, really important. You can apply Magnolia to your adrenals twice a day. That can help to support your adrenals. A couple of other oils that are really great for adrenal support is...
Tell us exactly where you would be applying it. Like, would be around like the bottom of where your ribs are?
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
And you might find if you're stressed out, it's a little tender down there, a little tender to the touch. And they're tiny. The adrenals, they're tiny little things that just sit right on top of your kidneys. Yeah, so applying Magnolia, ylang ylang, geranium can be great for the adrenals. Basil and rosemary are also good. A couple of side notes. If you tend to have low blood pressure,
That's me.
then I would say steer away from basil.
Okay. That's good to know.
If you have high blood pressure, steer away from rosemary. Okay. Yeah, and then Mito 2 Max. So Mito 2 Max is a supplement that was created as a energy and stamina complex. Now, if you are wanting to get off of coffee or caffeine, and I would highly encourage you, if you're having more than a cup or two of coffee, it might be a good idea to try and find a way to change that out, okay? Because stimulants during the day, especially caffeine, can give us that nice burst of energy, but it tends to deplete our adrenals. And then we find we rely on it. And then we find that later on we're having struggles with sleep, right? So finding a way to maybe shift that over. If you're drinking coffee, try and shift to black tea. If you're drinking black tea, try and shift to green tea or white tea. There's some ways that you can kind of step down from that without struggling too much. If you are looking to do a shift and find that you're struggling with energy, first off, the Lifelong Vitality vitamins are phenomenal for giving you extra energy support by themselves. They're great. With that side note, if you are finding that you're struggling with sleep and you're taking the Lifelong Vitality vitamins, try taking them at breakfast and lunch instead of breakfast and dinner. Okay, so they naturally have a way that they're feeding our mitochondria, right? So they're feeding our mitochondria, which is giving us natural forms of energy. But if you're taking them at night, you might have this natural form of energy that's hindering you from sleeping. If you find yourself needing more energy boost than the Lifelong Vitality offers, or you're wanting to really nourish and nurture your adrenals, the Mito 2 Max is a phenomenal way to support that. So our third component here is caring for your thyroid. Okay, so oftentimes we end up, if we have thyroid imbalances, they may put us on a synthetic thyroid medicine. And what's unfortunate is when we're taking a synthetic thyroid medicine, our thyroid decides, oh, I don't really have to work so hard anymore because I've got that coming in, right? And so depending on your levels, it's not a life sentence. It's not a, what does it say? Life sentence. It's not a life sentence. Habits are critically important. So your nutrition is really important, stress levels, water supply can be really important. A couple of ways that you can love your thyroid. Applying essential oils to them can be really helpful. Another thing, if you're into yoga, doing some legs up the wall can be really helpful. And then while you're on your back with your legs up the wall, putting your hands behind your head, taking a deep breath in. As you exhale, close that neck. As you inhale, open the neck. Close the neck as you exhale, open the neck as you inhale, and we're manually pumping that thyroid, okay? You can do the same thing with body twists for your adrenals. Getting your blood moving, getting your lymph moving in those areas, in those joints that we have can be really helpful for giving it a little extra love and support and yeah, helping your body to process things the way it is meant to process. So a couple of things that you might have found that you are wanting to try out. Our women's kit comes together as a trio. That is the bone nutrient, the phytoestrogen, and the Clary Calm. Those three come together as a trio in our women's collection. And so when you order any of our products, if you check out our kits and collections section, you might find ways to save some extra cash. So one of my favorites is this women's health kit. The phytoestrogen and the Clary Calm, if you buy them both individually, it prices out at the same price that you would pay for the women's kit, which gives you all three. So again, a great way to save some cash. The Rose Touch is our product of the day. It's our BOGO right now. So when you order the Rose Touch, you'll actually get the beautiful and the lavender for free. So some great ways that you can save some money there. So what have you kind of jotted down throughout our thing today in regards to your wish list? Have you been creating a wish list?
I wrote down magnolia for adrenals.
Super. I bet you'll love that one. You love your florals.
I do, and I love rose too.
Want to try Slim and Sassy
Mm-hmm.
and cinnamon maybe.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'm thinking of trying grapefruit and cinnamon together because I've never done that, but I think that'd be good.
They would be good. So one of my keys that I like to do when I use cinnamon oil is I put it into either a smoothie or I put it into like a lipid base. So if I'm drinking coffee or tea and I've got milk in it, I'll put the cinnamon into the milk itself and let it disperse a little bit. Because if you just put it into water, it can kind of sit on top and it creates a little bit of an excess tingly nature on the lips. So just being a little bit mindful about that one.
Actually, that brings up a really good question I have. My skin is sensitive to oils. So I have an issue sometimes where if I am drinking, like making tea or something and I'm drinking the oils, is that when I drink it, what happens is I kind of like the edge of my mouth kind of tends to get like burned by the oil. So then it gets like kind of raw.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of this happening?
It doesn't surprise me. Everybody has a little different sensation and experience.
Mm-hmm.
I think it depends on which of the oils that you're using. So some of them are going to be a little bit more caustic to the skin than others. Cinnamon is one of them, which is why I would be definitely more cautious with something like
On Guard. Well, in the past I used Thieves, but On Guard, which is cinnamon, clove, and
yeah, so that doesn't surprise me at all that it's just gotten to be a little bit too much for your skin. You might think about putting, do you ever use coconut oil in your tea?
I rarely, but that's such a good idea. Yes.
Yeah, so you can use that and it'll help to disperse the oil a bit more. And coconut oil is great. I mean, it's great to ingest. It's great for its antibacterial and antifungal properties.
Yeah, such a good idea. Good idea.
Yeah. So, I believe that I've talked with each of you individually about our monthly wellness box that doTERRA offers. But one of the best ways that you can save money with your orders is by utilizing our LRP, our Loyalty Rewards Program. And what I love about it is that it is an opportunity to get all of my wellness products delivered straight to my door every month. This is how I get my vitamins. It's also how I get my hair care and my skin care. And when you are part of the Loyalty Rewards Program, not only do you get the 25% off with your membership, right? But you also have an opportunity to earn product points that gets you free stuff. So for the first 3 months that you're part of the LRP program, the Loyalty Rewards Program here, and that your orders are 50 PV or more, you are earning 10% back on every purchase that you make. Okay. Every quarter, that percentage back grows by 5%. So that at the end of your first calendar year that you're part of this program, every monthly order that you're placing, you're earning 30% back in free products. Like
Yeah.
I know.
That.
Our whole family, we use this for our vitamins, for our skincare, for our hand soap, for our laundry detergent. I save $200 just by not walking into the door of Target.
Yeah, you've said that. Yeah.
Every time I used to go to Target, it would be $200 easily. If I didn't have that money to spend, I could not go because I had no control. Different point. But with this, it allows me not only the freedom to not go there, it allows me the freedom to know that my money is making a difference for people across the globe and that I'm getting phenomenal products and I'm getting rewarded for it. So that's a little tip on our monthly wellness box. And like I said, when you go into your shopping center, in the kits and collections area, there is a actual chunk that says LRP Loyalty Reward Kits. And in those kits, you can actually find a whole collection of oils that are good for athletes, a whole collection of oils that are good for resting and managing stress. And they're put together in such that help you get the free product every month. So if your LRP is at $125 and it goes out before the 15th, you get the free product. So with that, it allows you to get the free product and it's also saving you money because there's a collection of oils there. So if you would like to join us to learn more, I've been trying with this COVID break that we've had, I've been trying to do far more online classes, and I'm finding it thoroughly enjoyable to be able to connect with people across the globe, which has been great. So Mondays at 7, I'm doing classes, and then Fridays at 11, I'm doing classes on continuing education. This coming Monday will be oils for every age. This coming Friday will be essential oils and pain. And then Saturdays, I've been having a ton of fun doing Jeopardy, essential oil style Jeopardy, which has been great to kind of test your oily knowledge and learn some stuff in a really fun and relaxed fashion. So if you're interested in joining us, please feel free to do so. All of my classes are available at oilerswithamission.com. I've got a calendar. It's a Google Calendar, and I try to update that on the regular. So any of our online classes will be available there.
Cool. Okay. Yay. Yay. Thank you, Julie.
Yeah, this is really helpful. Thank
Thank you. I'm glad that you were able to join us.
Awesome.
Maybe
Cool.
I'll jump on one of the